Elon came over and said hello. No, it's nothing to do with that. I thought it was nice. You know, he came over, had a little conversation. We had a very good relationship, but it was nice that he came over. Dana White was there, the great Dana White. You know, the big question is the having the UFC fight as the. I know you won't accept tickets because you're with the fake news. You're not allowed to accept tickets, but we're going to have a UFC fight right at the White House. And we're going to end up probably 6,000 people in front of the White House, and then on the ellipse we're going to have 80 or 90,000. It's going to be an unbelievable event, but a lot of people are talking about it.
U.S. President Donald Trump and Elon Musk reunited publicly at Charlie Kirk's funeral months after a bitter feud. The two were seen exchanging a handshake in a private suite at State Farm Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Tens of thousands attended the service to mourn Kirk, who was shot dead at a Utah college earlier this month. Video of the meeting was shared by Musk on X, captioned simply, "For Charlie." Lip reader Nicola Hickling, in conversation with the UK's Daily Mail, revealed that Trump said, "How are you doing?" as he turned to Musk to greet him. Musk then appeared to shrug as Trump said, "So Elon, I've heard you wanted to chat." UFC icon Dana White also joined the exchange, prompting Trump to say, "Let's try and work out how to get back on track," according to the lip reader. Musk responded by nodding his head. The president then hugged his hand and said, "I've missed you," according to the lip reader. The encounter follows a year of public clashes over Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act in federal contracts. Musk had resigned from his post at the Department of Government Efficiency, warning the legislation could cost taxpayers billions. Their joint presence at the memorial highlighted the enduring influence both men hold within conservative circles. Trump called Kirk a great American hero and a martyr for America's freedom during his tribute.
President, everyone's saying that Charlie brought you and Elon back together. Is that true?
Well, Elon came over and said hello. No, it's nothing to do with that. I thought it was nice. You know, he came over, had a little conversation. We had a very good relationship, but it was nice that he came over. Dana White was there, the great Dana White. You know, the big question is the having the UFC fight as the. I know you won't accept tickets because you're with the fake news. You're not allowed to accept tickets, but we're going to have a UFC fight right at the White House. And we're going to end up probably 6,000 people in front of the White House, and then on the ellipse we're going to have 80 or 90,000. It's going to be an unbelievable event, but a lot of people are talking about it.
An energy question.
Energy? We have the right man. Go ahead.
I got the experts. You've been calling on Europe to stop buying Russian oil.
Yeah.
The U.S. has imported $755 million worth of Russian uranium and plutonium so far just this year. That's up from the Biden administration last year, about $100 million. Can you ask Europe to cut off purchasing
Yeah, I could do that.
products?
Doug, do you know anything about that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. But this goes back not only drill, baby, drill, but we've got to mine, baby, mine. We allowed ourselves to fall under dependence of both China and Russia for critical minerals. America buying uranium from Russia is not acceptable. And so we're working very hard, Secretary of Energy Chris Wright, myself, to make sure that we've got a plan so that the United States can get back into domestic enriched uranium production as quickly as possible.
Sir, on Venezuela, you said that, quote,
There are no boats in the water anymore.
Yes, well, you
We're
said...
looking for additional boats. You don't even find a fishing boat. You don't even find cruise liners anymore. There's nothing in the water near Venezuela. It's actually strange. You know what that means? That means there are no drugs coming in.
You said that the price they'll pay will be incalculable if they don't take people back.
I did say that.
What does that mean?
Well, you're going to have to figure that out.
Mr. President,
That was-
Mr. President, on your autism announcement tomorrow, multiple news outlets are reporting that you plan to tie Tylenol to increased risk of autism. Can you confirm that?
Well,
Share more
we're going to see
details?
tomorrow. We're going to do it tomorrow, but I think it's a very big factor. I think you'll see what it is tomorrow. We have various things, but you'll see what it is tomorrow. I think it's going to be a very important news conference, and we want things to take effect immediately. You know, if there's a question, even if there's a question, you just do it, right? But great research has been done. You know, when you think, if you think that, let's say 15 years ago, they had 1 in 10,000 that were born with autism, and now it's, think of it, 1 in 12, 1 in 10. Boys, 1 in 10 or 12. Two different studies. Girls, it's 1 in 20. Can you imagine 1 in 20? And let's see, 22 years ago, it was 1 in 20,000. But it got down to 1 in 10,000 about 17 years ago, and now it's 1 in 12. Actually, boys are 1 in 12 and 1 in 10. I mean, can you imagine 1 in 10? And it was 1 in 20,000? So there's obviously something artificial that's really wrong, and we think we know what that is.
Are you planning to announce any link between vaccines and
What you see
autism?
tomorrow. Vaccines are very interesting. They can be great, but when you put the wrong stuff in them, and you know, children get these massive vaccines like you'd give to a horse. Like you give to a horse. And I've said for a long time, I mean, this is no secret, spread them out over 5 years. Get 5 shots, small ones. You ever see what they give? They give, I mean, for a little baby to be injected with that much fluid, even beyond the actual ingredients, they have sometimes 80 different vaccines. It's crazy. It's, you know, that's a common sense thing. It's like you're shooting up a horse. You have a little body, a little baby, and you're pumping this big thing. It's a horrible thing. So I've always felt that. But we'll be having a big discussion tomorrow about autism.
Mr. President, your son had a very welcoming message today, welcoming people to the Republican Party.
Right.
Love of country, love of family, love of God. So I asked you, what do the Democrats stand for at this point?
I think chaos, confusion, anger, they're losers. They don't even want to extend the opening. We have a very successful country. If we gave them everything they wanted, they're deranged. If we gave them everything they wanted, they wouldn't extend, in my opinion. You know, they say, oh, they want to meet with me. It's nonsense, but I'll meet with them. But no, they're angry, and they took a big loss, and they're doing worse now than they were during the election. So, you know, they're doing very badly.